Hello? Who is this? Oh, it's you. Welcome to the Squibbles live show, and this is our finale. So if you tuned in, please get involved in the chat. And until that moment arrives, let's do this. Hello, hello, one and all. Hello out there in the world. Hello here in this snuggly, wonderful place called Squibblesville here on the Squibbles live show. Hello to you if you have joined us on X, on Spaces. Hello to you if you're joining us on YouTube. Hello to you if you're joining us on x.com and you're watching live. If this is the replay, then comment, say, I watched the replay and it was really good, because we've been broadcasting for 2 months now, something like that, and this is the final episode, the final live episode of this season. Going to go away and take all the things we've learned and then come back once a week on a weekend. Now this show is all about what we've been doing. I want to talk about live streaming. I want to talk about, if you're interested in doing live streaming, then what to watch out for, what software you can use, and all that stuff. But before we get started, I want to read a story from Meet the Squibbles. I like to do this as often as I can on each episode. So this is my book, Meet the Squibbles, and this is how it goes. At the bottom of Mr. Pumpnose's garden, not too far from you, there's a world of little creatures, and none of them feel blue. They're wonky and squiggly, twisty and bibbly. Some of them smell, whilst others are squibbly. But all of them smile to make life feel much better. So shrink yourself down, maybe write them a letter. Show them you care with a laugh and some love, and if any are cheeky, just give them a shove. Meet the Squibbles, dear reader, and open your heart. Turn the page, snuggle up, sit tight, and let's start. You can buy this book from my website if you go to thesquibbles.com. And here we've got a map of Squibblesville. Now then, who shall we read about today? Let's have a look. Who have we got? We've got Kim and Kim. We've got Andrew. Shall we read about Andrew? I like Andrew. There's actually a story for Andrew. This is Andrew. Oh, it's quite unique, actually. So this is Andrew. He comes from a planet called Bumplonk and loves to zoom around as fast as he can. He eats moon rocks for breakfast, moon rocks for lunch, moon rocks for dinner, and moon rocks for supper. Sometimes Andrew has a midnight snack. Do you know what he eats? Crisps. Or potato chips, if you're watching in America. So today's show is we're going to go over to X, and we've got some people in our spaces who I'm looking forward to hearing from actually. We've got Jack Tuber in there. Jack Tuber is my co-host. We've also got Raina, who's from Metadiner, and she's a wonderful human being who I would love to have a chat to if she can. If you can't, Raina, totally fine. But I'd love to bring you up and have a talk about what you're up to, what's going on, and all that jazz. So, without further ado, let's go over to Spaces. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are in Spaces. Here we are in Spaces. How are we all doing? How are we doing, Jack?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you, my friend. I feel a bit emotional that this is the last show of the season. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, mm, uh, I mean, I'll miss it.
Yeah. So we're going to have a little break. It's only going to be a few weeks, so it's not going to be too long. And then we're going to be coming back at the weekend, so you won't have to listen in the morning. It'll probably be a more reasonable time for you. I'm going to work out the time zones. That's the challenge, but I will do it because I'm hoping we can get more of an audience to get involved and interact and draw and do all those kinds of things. So, have you been having a good couple of days since last time we spoke?
Yep.
Fantastic. That's great to hear. I want to ask a favour of you, Jack, today. If anyone wants to come up and speak, just check to see if they're okay and bring them up. A little disclaimer: if you're watching, this show is live, so anything could happen, and we're talking to people across the world. If there's any bad language or anything like that, I know this is a family show, but apologies in advance. There shouldn't be, because we normally trust the people that we bring up on stage. There shouldn't be any bad language. Should there be some weird mishap, I'm just warning you, okay? I cannot be held responsible for other people's language. And I just needed to make that point. So, finales, they're very poignant, and there's always, everything comes to pass. There's always an end to something. And even though this is not the end of the show, thankfully, it's only the beginning, really. When a lot of the time when we have projects that we're aiming for and we have these goals and ambitions, and we're always encouraged to have goals and ambitions, we're always encouraged to aim for the stars and shoot for the moon and do all these things, which is a wonderful way to look at life, and it's a wonderful way to move forward in life. But what we should also be talking about is how to deal with things when they actually finally happen, and there's an end to it, because those emotions can be quite powerful, and they can be quite off-putting for some people as well. It's maybe something doesn't turn out the way you expected. Maybe something turns out better than expected, and then you feel the pressure to do something, the same again the next time, or better. Try and make something better. Now, how do you feel about those things, Jack? So if you do I just have to say hello to Bram from the Mumsles, who's watching on YouTube. We've got a message. Yeah, we got a message. Shout out to the Mumsles. Shout out to Bram. Thank you very much for commenting. If you're watching on YouTube, please comment, because I can see your comments today, which is very exciting. But yeah, Jack, how do you feel? So say you're working towards something, and I mean, it could be things like exams for you, or it could be a project that you're doing in class at school, or something like that. How do you normally feel when the project comes to an end?
Well, I, I don't know how to explain it.
So do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Do you feel...
I feel happy.
You feel happy when it finishes?
Yeah, guys. Because I finally got it off my back. I can finally relax.
So you just want the relaxing, chilled out life, don't you, basically? That's what it is, isn't it? You just want to chill out all your life, and that's fine. Who doesn't want to do that?
Absolutely.
I think it's really important to live a life where you feel relaxed and comfortable and, you know, looked after, because some people don't have that. And, you know, as an adult, starting, you know, the way I feel about things in regards to things ending, I always struggle with the bit between the end and the beginning of something. So I struggle with transitions from this part to this part. I don't mean like travel, you know, doing a project and then going through the project, although that I do find that slightly challenging. It's going from one major place to the next major place. I struggle with that one. I find that one challenging. How do you feel when you're going from one place to another?
It's like one place to another.
You're pretty cool, aren't you, Jack, basically? He's just like a cool dude. Inspiring the world on how to be cool. That's you. So, in our show, we have done lots of things over time. We have done art prompts. We've shown off music videos. We've had a gallery. We have cartoons. And for this show, for the next season, I'm looking for sponsorship. I'm looking for businesses who want to have their branding on the show, who can fund the show and help the show improve, help the show reach a wider audience, bring in more customers for the ones who are sponsoring the show, of course, get some visibility for them. And I want artists to send in the work. I'm going to be scouting, and I hope you can as well, Jack. I hope you can scout some artists who you think would be a good fit for this show, because people haven't been massively forthcoming. And this is one of the things of the show that I've been talking about with my friend Dave Swimbank, is why don't people want to send artwork to the show? Maybe they think, oh, people have already sent artwork. Maybe they think people have, you know, it doesn't serve them for whatever reason. It's difficult to know why people don't send stuff in. However, we did get one submission in the time that we did it, and I'm hoping for many more from this point onwards. It's a music video from a young chap called Raiden, and he did Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes. I really, really, really want to play this for you, because I think it's really important that we watch it, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's do it. Let's do it. Video, music, video. It's time for your music video, music video. It's time for your music video.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Are you ready? Let's go faster. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders,
go raiding. What do we think about that? What did we think about that?
Well, if I could describe it in one emoji, it would be the applause emoji.
A what emoji? Applause?
Yep.
Yeah, you're an applause emoji. Fantastic. We've got Raina with us. Hello, Raina. How are you? Let's see if we can hear you. Can we hear Raina? Earth calling Raina. Is Raina there? We don't appear to have Raina right this second, which is fine. We were talking about this talent videos thing. Like when I was growing up, we used to have on TV, there was a thing called Opportunity Knocks, and it used to have people coming on doing talents and stuff. That's what I want on this show. I want people to send in the videos of them like juggling and doing magic tricks and just doing cool stuff that they're proud of themselves for, even if it's not that good, you know. Just having the confidence to send a video to somewhere and for the world to see it, for me, is just magnificent. And I really want to see those. I really want to see those videos. I genuinely really want to see those videos. I think it'd be fantastic. And I want to try and inspire young artists to make adverts for their skills. Just little introduction videos. Hello, I am this person. I do this. Here's my work. And then we can showcase those things. I know it's sometimes takes a lot of work, or a little bit of work. And people think, what will I get back from it? Well, A, you've got a video that you can use elsewhere. But B, you're on a platform that's supporting the arts and supporting talent. And that's what I want the Squibbles live show to be all about. I think it's really important. Let's see if we've got Raina with us yet. Hello, Raina. Can you hear Raina, Jack?
On my screen, it says that she's a listener.
Oh, does it? That's curious. On my screen, it says she's a speaker. Raina's waving. She's waving. She can hear us, but doesn't appear to be able to speak. Can you bring Raina up, Jack? Can you see a request on your screen? I think it'd be cool if you could bring her up again, maybe. Raina, are you with us? Oh no. We can't hear Raina. Oh no! Well, what we can do is I want to play an episode of A Up Duck about walking to school. Are you going to school today, Jack?
Unfortunately.
Why unfortunately?
I don't really like school.
Oh no, what don't you like about it?
Everything that's not recess and talking to my friends.
So you like socialising then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also kind of like that.
Yeah. Do you not do art on a Thursday?
Nope. Art's on Tuesdays.
What lessons have you got today then?
STEM.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Is that it? A STEM day?
I mean, aside from all the normal stuff, yes.
So what you're going to be doing? Building robots and stuff?
We're probably going to be coding robots for like the 4th time in a row.
Well, you've got to learn to code robots, I guess. You know, I mean, they could be part of our future. You never know. You never know. You never know. Well, what you don't walk to school though, do you? You catch the bus, don't you? Or do you get a lift?
No, my mom usually drives me, and either when she's at work or sick, my dad walks me to school.
Right. So this episode of A Up Duck is about walking to school. So pay attention if you're watching. Pay attention. Here we go.
Woo!
Duck! What are you doing?
I'm just playing.
We're walking to school, not playing in the playground. There are loads of dangers to be aware of.
Nah, everything's fine.
We need to be careful at traffic and other people.
Oh, we do. Sorry, Hedgehog.
Walking to school. Sensible walking is what we'll do. Walking to school. When we're walking to school. Watching out for other people, even when we crawl up the steep hill. Walking to school. Careful of the traffic, don't be a plonker. Walking to school. When we're walking to school. When we walk to school. When we're walking to school. When we walk to school. When we're walking to school.
Walking to school, very important to pay attention to that traffic, isn't it, Jack?
Yep.
Very important. I was once walking home from school when I saw a young lad, he had his bag on and everything, pressed the button on the crossing, on the Pelican crossing, and then he proceeded to cross the road, then get hit by a car, flew through the air, landed on the road, stood up, walked across to the other side of the road, and the shop across the road, someone came out like, "Are you okay? Okay," and he was just like, "Yeah." And then he sort of collapsed down a little bit. He wasn't paying attention, and paying attention on the road is absolutely vital. And being a parent as well, I'm probably extra protective of my children now after seeing things like that happening. And I once had a friend lose their life because they got hit by a car. She was playing out on a bike. You know, cars are heavy objects. So if you're near them, you have to be extra careful. Do we know how heavy a car weighs, Jack? How heavy is a car?
I don't know, but I'm gonna guess it's somewhere near 600 pounds.
I love that guess. I think they weigh about, is it a ton? 1 or 2 tons, depending on the car. That's a lot of metal, particularly when they can travel at like 120 miles an hour or something, sometimes even faster. Where I live in where I used to live in Nelson, there was a lot of people who used to drive their cars so fast, up and down very, very, residential roads. Still do it now. And it's like they don't realise that they're driving a really, really dangerous chunk of metal, and travelling at those speeds is just makes me feel sad. So I just hope that, we can put measures in place to stop people doing that, because it's just wild. Are you going to learn to drive, Jack?
Nope. I haven't learned yet.
Are you going to start learning when you're older?
Yep.
Yeah. So I drive a car. I've been driving since I was 17. That's 1997. such a long time ago. But I didn't really enjoy driving, and I still don't enjoy it that much, but it felt like a necessity. I had to do it to get around, and it helped me when I used to commute to university and things like that. It was a Ford Fiesta, my first car. My parents actually bought it for me as a birthday present. So I bought some furry seat covers, and I also bought a furry steering wheel cover for it. It was a very furry car inside. Jack, you've posted something on the Jumbotron, as they call it, for some bizarre reason. Talk to us about it. What is it? You've posted a couple of things. I want to talk about the Glitchadelic hedgehog first. I'm just bringing it up on screen. Talk to us about it.
Okay, so the Glitchadelic hedgehog is an art I made a few days ago, and I made two different versions, the Funkadelic hedgehog and the one you see on screen.
Yeah.
I finished the Funkadelic one first, but I had the background of the Glitchadelic done first.
I love it.
So
I think it's
then I did things like invert the colors, or maybe change the hue, and glitch it out, make it look all funkadelic, and all of that.
It's fantastic. Do you think it's something that you would translate into a physical piece, or do you think it'd be too hard? I've got a few ideas on how you could do it.
I mean, I can try to make it into a physical.
Like, looking at it, I'd say that was a combination of like maybe a print, like a jelly plate print for the background. You could get that texture, and for the painting on top, it looks like some kind of gouache paint might work, and also possibly, I don't know, maybe like the see-through paints could work with acrylics if they were thin enough, or watercolor, and also maybe you could use markers for some of it as well. I think it's really great, Jack. I love how you framed it as well with the glitch. That's clever. What are you doing with it? You selling it?
Well, it's already selling. It's an object.
I love it. What's object for people who are watching who may not know what it is?
Well, if you don't know, object is a place where you can sell your art for a currency called Tezos.
Tezos always sounds like some kind of maize snack. It's not something you can eat, Tezos. Hi, I'll have a sausage roll and a packet of Tezos, please. So what's this other thing you've posted, Jack? Talk to us about this. It looks like some kind of sea creature thing. What? Talk to us about that.
Okay, this is gonna be a long one, maybe. All right. So this is the Blinky Drinky animatronic. He was based off the art of Blinky Drinky in OpenSea.
Okay.
And I used glitch for the background, just like with Glitchadelic Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And in the background, I kind of mixed the two primary colors of this art, blue and pink.
Fantastic.
And the blue, and I used the brush. I use heavy metal for the metal design.
Oh, very good. Sounds like a fun brush. Does it look like that? Does it sound like that when you're using it?
No, wait, I actually use 4B compressed for metal design.
Oh, I feel like I sang the wrong song then. 4B compressed to be like. I've gone off on a tangent there, Jack. I got lost in Music Land. Now then, I want to go to our art prompt. So we do an art prompt on this show where we come up with some words and then we do a live draw, and you can draw along at home. And first, before we go to that, I want to show some of the art prompts that we've done up till now. There's some great ones, and it's mainly Jack and myself who've been doing it, but there are some other people who've joined in as well. We'll go to that, and so you can just check out just some of the fantastic stuff that we've done with these art prompts over these last 12 weeks, or however long it was. No, that's too long, isn't it? 8 weeks, not 12 weeks. See, I need to do some maths today, Jack. But yeah, just check it out, see what you think, and we'll be back in a moment. Just a selection of the artwork that we've been doing over this period. Do you know, it always makes me feel so happy and inspired when the artwork is put together in a collection like that, because it just proves that tiny little steps, tiny little things always inevitably end up with something much bigger than you probably ever anticipated. And it just highlights for me how keeping going with something, when you look back, you think, wow, look how far we've come. Could you see all that artwork, Jack?
Yep.
Honestly, it's like, how does it make you feel knowing that we've done all this artwork?
Oh, it makes me feel cool.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We need to do something with it. We've got hundreds now. From the spaces that I used to do before, right up until this point. We've got all sorts now. Let's go about that. So, what we need to do is come up with an art prompt now, and we'll do our own. And I've got what idea should we do? We could base it around finales. let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, it's time for the art prompt. Get your pen and paper or your tablet. Art prompt.
And here we are. With the iPad, ready to do our art prompt. Now then, we've only got yourself and me on stage, Jack, which is fine. So, would you like to come up with the first word for our art prompt today? What shall we do? Say that again.
The.
Huh?
The.
The?
Mm-hmm.
The? Goodness me. The. I'm going to say final, obviously, because that's in line with our show. The final. You have to come up with another word, Jack, seeing as I only came up with the word the.
Yeah, Jack. Episode.
The final episode. Well, there we go. It's an appropriately named art prompt there. The final episode. Let's do the final episode. Right, let's just shrink that down a little bit. I'm going to move it here. And if you're watching at home, then please draw along. I'd love to see your creations. You can go over to x.com and post them on there in the comments. That would be great. We could see them and we can show them and display them to the world. If not, then that's fine. Don't text me. Don't message me. I won't see them. I can only see them in the comments of the X chat. Or you could just, if you got a poem, you could paste that or write that into the YouTube comments box where I can read it out. So that'd be cool. If you got a poem, if you want to write a poem, put it in the YouTube chat and I'll read that. If not, then let's do some drawing. So I was gonna put some music on. So I'll do that while we draw, because it's always nice to do that, isn't it? It's always nice to put some music on whilst we're creating. So we're going to take about 5 or 10 minutes to see what we can put together, and I'm sure that it will be something cool if Jack's doing it, and I'll do my best to do it as well. So here we go. Hopefully this music will let us do the thing. In fact, do I put music on? No. Do you know what? It's too risky at the moment. So I don't want any copyright strikes, because that's what happens, unfortunately, unless you're playing your own music. That's why I play a lot of my own music as background music, because it just prevents copyright strikes. So I'm just going to talk about what I'm doing while I'm drawing. So the final episode, what could we do? I know. So the final episode. Right, we'll draw a TV. So we'll draw a TV. So I'm going to use a thick brush and draw a TV screen. Just a square. Because TV's a square. Imagine if we had round TVs. It'd be cool, wouldn't it, having a round television. So we've got that. I'm going to make the brush slightly thinner for the screen. So the screen is like this. Honestly, it's the worst square that I've ever done. It's not even a square, it's a rectangle. It's the worst rectangle I've ever done. I'm going to draw, on that screen, I'm probably going to draw a character. Maybe you could draw the same character. So I'm going to start with... So I like to draw characters without hair, and then you add the hair. Don't draw them bold, just draw them without hair. So I'll start with a line going down here, then an ear, and then go under there, and then down. So that's his neck. I didn't want to do his shoulders. Up there, draw an ear, and then up. So it's similar at both sides. Now for his hair, what kind of hair should I do? If you're watching on YouTube, drop us a comment on what kind of hair this character should have, and I can do that. It's a good way of getting involved if you're watching on YouTube. Even if you're watching on x.com, you can still type in the chat, you can comment, and I should be able to see your chat. So I won't give him hair yet. I'm going to give him some shades though. I don't know why shades. So that's one, like a D on its side, and another D on its side, like so. Here's a really good tip on drawing shades. So if you colour like that, make them black, and then leave a line diagonally, and then you carry on, it makes it look like it's shiny. You don't have to do a white stripe or anything like that. So I'll do the same on the other one. Another tip you can do, so you've got that. You could also have another tiny line as well. So it depends how you want to do it. I kind of prefer that second version. Hang on. If you're doing it on pen and paper, sorry. But we'll just, I like that extra little line. That looks cool. We'll do it on the other one again. So we've got the diagonal line, and then another one, like so. Let's join the shades together, obviously, with a thing in the middle for his nose, for his schnozzle. And then we'll draw some going over his ears. Draw the top of the glasses going over his ears, like so. That just shows me that his ears aren't level. On my drawing, my drawings are never level. My drawings are always a bit wonky. Let's give him a nose, straight nose. Looking very serious. He's got a very serious nozzle. That means he needs a serious kind of mouth, I'd say. He doesn't look impressed. I'm not getting any comments through on YouTube or on X.com, so it's tough. I'm gonna draw his hair if I don't get any through very soon. I thought could get some involvement there. Let's have a see. No one's commenting on Twitter, no, on X, no. Well, there you go. You're missing out there. I'm going to give him straight hair, I think. In fact, I might give him a real cut. Like he's got a skinhead. Let's give him a skinhead. There we go. Skinhead. So if you do dots like that, you can make someone look like they've got no hair, because it almost looks like it's invisible. So I'm going to keep doing dots for his hair, because it's a bit weird. I like weird. I like the unconventional art style. Let's keep adding dots like so. Dot, 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 dot. It looks very serious, probably because it's the final show. I don't know what episode it is that he's in, but it looks funny. Let's do final ep. I can't fit episode in there. I can't fit final episode in there. Final ep. That'll do. Now then, we need some legs on this TV, so I'm going to do some thin, well, shortish triangles for legs, because I think they look kind of cool. And I'm going to draw someone watching it. I'm going to have Colin from the Squibbles watching it with his headphones on, like so. I can hear noises on the spaces, and I don't know if it's people trying to join. I don't know what's going on there, but I can't see anything, which is fine. So we've got the TV with the legs there. We've got Colin watching. So I'm going to add a bit of colour now. So let's add a bit of colour to Colin. That's Colin watching the final ep of some show that he absolutely loves. What could the show be? It could be The Boy with the Fizzy Brain. It's the final episode of The Boy with the Fizzy Brain, and he's just about to walk out and solve the case that he's been working on for ages. I think Colin sees himself as a bit of a detective, you know. He does. He likes a bit of detective work, does our Colin. Now then, what I might need to do, I'm going to create a layer underneath that, and I'm going to colour it in using a debaser, smooth ink, underneath, because I don't want his hair at top of his head being blue, unfortunately, or his glasses. So let's just colour him in like this. No, what am I doing? I have to colour the background. In fact, what I might do, this is a better way. This is a better way. I'll do the blue. Oh no, maybe not. Let's start again. Do the blue like that. No, don't do that, Jay. Do the blue over the top of his head like so. And then I can go around his head like this. Do like an outline, because that's what you would. That's how you'd fill something in Procreate, which is the app that I'm using to paint. I don't want to get blue on his face, and now I can fill that in. Same with the other side. That makes more sense. That looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that looks better. So we'll do that, and then let's colour the TV in like a dark grey on the outside. Yeah, and the legs are dark grey. Yeah, I want to give a bit of a shadow under there. So I'm going to do another layer underneath. Keep that brush. Make the grey not too grey, just slightly off white, and then just add a bit of a shadow under that leg, and maybe the TV's like bouncing. The TV looks like it's having a bit of a dance. In fact, yeah, let's do that. The TV's shaking up because it's the final episode, and we need to colour his face in. So I'm going to use like a peachy. In fact, no, let's use it like a brownish colour. Yeah. Rock. Oops. Now then, again, I might have to do that on that layer. Let's colour him in. Here we go. He's a good detective, this guy. Colin's favourite show. What can we call him? Detective Jim Bob. Detective Jim Bob on the job. There we go. It doesn't matter if we go out of the lines. Not fussed. Now then, we could also have a... I quite like that, actually. Let's change the background colour to something more... Just not too white. Actually, no. I've made a mistake there. No, I'll keep it white. I think I'm going to keep it white. I'll turn that final episode prompt off, though. Boink. There we go. I quite like that. I want to add. If I go change that to screen and get white, and just turn the opacity down just a little bit. What I want to do is I want to add a little sheen, like so, on the screen, so we know that it's glass on the screen that he's watching. I think that looks kind of cool. I think that looks cool. I'm done with mine, Jack. I'm just gonna share it to our chat so that we can see it, and yeah, we'll be back in a sec. So I need to share this whilst we have a little chat. Oops, why can't I do it? Oh, there we go. You know, the fact that this is our last show of the season feels bittersweet. I don't know what I'm going to do myself on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. Have you got any suggestions what I can do, Jack?
I don't know. Maybe sit on the couch and eat some crisps, as you call them in the UK.
Oh, wow. I really, really wish I could do that. Genuinely, I just want to do that. Please let me do that. Oh, I can't share my image because I feel like I'm flapping a little bit, and I don't know where I'm meant to be saving it in my mind. Tell you what, if I just share it to oh no, how do I do this? Oh, I know what I could do. Tell you what, let's just watch a video while I do that. This is a good video. It's quite poignant, actually. I think you'll like it. It's about a flower.
Your clothes can earn you extra cash on Vinted. Download Vinted. Your clothes can earn you extra cash on Vinted. Download Vinted.
Thank you, Skin, for growing with me. Thank you, Skin, for letting me be anything I want to be. Now I can give my skin all it deserves. Nivea Rich Nourishing Body Lotion with 5-in-1 complete care for healthy looking skin. With Nivea, the UK's #1.
You think that you'll die without him. You know that's a lie that you tell yourself. You fear that you'll lay alone forever now. It ain't true, ain't true, ain't true, no. So put your arms around me tonight. Let the music lift you up like you've never been so high. Open up your heart to me. Let the music lift you up like you've never been this free. Till you feel the sunrise. Let the music warm your body like the heat of 1,000 fires. The heat of 1,000 fires. Ain't no crying in the club. Hey, hey, let the beat carry away your tears as they fall, baby. Ain't no crying in the club. Hey, hey, a little faith. Your tears turn to ecstasy. Ain't no crying in the club. Ain't no crying in the club. Ain't no crying in the club. You may think that you'll die without her, but you know that's a lie that you told yourself. You fear that you'll never meet another so pure, but it ain't true, ain't true, ain't true, no. So put your arms around me tonight. Let the music lift you up like you've never been so high. Open up your heart to me. Let the music lift you up like you've never been this free. Till you feel the sunrise. Let the music warm your body like the heat of 1,000 fires. The heat of 1,000 fires. Ain't no crying in the club. Hey, hey, let the beat carry away your tears as they fall, baby. Ain't no crying in the club. Hey, hey, a little faith. Your tears turn to ecstasy. Ain't no crying in the club. Ain't no crying in the club. Ain't no crying in the club. You think that you'll die without him. You know that's a lie that you tell yourself. You fear that you lay alone forever now. It ain't true, ain't true, ain't true, no. I said ain't no crying, ain't no crying in the club, no crying. I said ain't no crying, ain't no crying in the club, ain't no crying in the club. Your tears as they fall, baby, ain't no crying in the club. Your tears turn to ecstasy, ain't no crying in the club. Ain't no crying in the club.
Honestly, I love that video. Like, genuinely think that video is really, really fantastic. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed that. If you're watching on x.com, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're listening in Spaces, I hope you enjoyed the music as well. It's quite a poignant song. So I'm looking on the video, Jack, at your piece of artwork. Talk to us about it. I love that. I love that.
Well, for my art, I took inspiration of the Twitter space on right now, and I actually copied your speech on when you said the final episode, a good fitting name, or a well-fitting name.
Oh, dude. I just love how you've like drawn all the PFPs. We need more of that. We need more of that. We We need to like draw the spaces. It's fantastic. People will love that, Jack. Honestly, I genuinely know that for a fact. If people have just joined, you missed out. If you got here earlier, Jack would have drawn your PFP. Oh well, never mind. It's the final episode of this season as well, so you were too slow. But we're going to be coming back on a weekend. Honestly, Jack, genuinely, I really think that's a fantastic idea. It's a fantastic idea. I don't know if you can see mine in the Jumbotron. Oh, I'll bring it up. There we go. So, as I was drawing live on the stream, you could see that. But if you can't see it, then you can check it out in the spaces. The final episode of this season, honestly, that again, it's just my random brain. It's Colin watching some detective episode, the final episode of a detective show, which is probably left open-ended, ready for the next one, which makes a lot of sense. Before we wrap up, I wanted to show you my colouring book, Squibbles. So this is an award-winning colouring book that you can get from Amazon, and if you just search up the Squibbles on Amazon, it will find it. But it's full of drawings to colour. Fun for all the family, definitely. There's lots of pages in there to bring lots of smiles and lots of fun for you. There, it did get an Indie Best Award for Creative Kids, which I'm very proud of. So that's Squibbles. I've also got Squibbles 2 available on Amazon, which you can get. Like I said, check out the Squibbles on Amazon, or go to thesquibbles.com and check out our shop, and there's lots of cool stuff in there that you can buy as well. This is more of a journal, so there's other cool things in there, drawings, characters, but also spaces to draw your own characters. So they'd be amazing for the draw-alongs. Just saying that they're available. Make sure you check out thesquibbles.com. I would love to see you there, checking out what we're doing, what's going on, what's coming up. Join the newsletter, sign up to our newsletter. You can do that via our website. And I'd just like to know, Jack, if there are any last words from you, my friend, before we depart. What would you like to say to the people watching at home and to the people listening here in Spaces?
Well, happy final episode, and see you next season.
See you next season. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.